I went to prison for robbery and I went to prison for drugs. From 17 to 28, I was in prison. But it all stems from being in gangs and that whole lifestyle stuff.
As mad as it sounds, did it feel like home?
It felt like home. It kind of still feels like home now. I just knew I needed to break the cycle.
You've made some money all the time. We've got Wicked and Bad right here. But what was your first experience of money?
From music management. So when I was managing an artist called Dig That, I wanted to manage artists and I was going to loads of artists and I manage you, then I manage you. And no one did give me the chance.
Bouncer now is a brand.
I'm the business. I don't want people to walk down the road and scream and be like, oh my God, Bouncer. I just want entrepreneurs that's about business to come up to me and be like, brother, I see your work. I respect what you're doing.
Starting Wicked and Bad. Where did that all come from?
That whole promo run, the whole this, that with Arms Coolion, it's not just me fighting on the platform, it's a business move. And people may laugh then, but they get it now.
It seems like you like to dabble in industries that you might not necessarily know a lot about.
It's about how can I get this product for the world to see and how can it be cool? How can I make this product cool? Wanting nice cars and watches, etc. Then committing crime and fulfill it and live that lifestyle.
Did you fulfill that lifestyle when you were on the crime path? What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the ceocast, the #1 podcast for showcasing business and entrepreneurship. Now today you join me with a very special guest, someone that I've been trying to get on for a long time and someone that's got an incredible story. I am with none other than Bouncer Play Dirty.
How you doing, my brother, man?
I'm good, my bro. Yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good, thank you.
Bro, do you know why I've been wanting to get you on, yeah? Because I've had people like yourself who've, on the podcast before, who have been in prison and they've come out and they've changed their life. And you're no exception from that, I've had the likes of Rimsey, Bobby Kasanga, Mikhail Wright, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
And, when someone goes into prison, obviously, and coming from a different life, and they come out and the whole life is flipped around, and they've made a huge success, built a name for themselves, it's very inspiring to see, especially for maybe other people in your position who you were years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's amazing. How does that make you feel? Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe and set the bell notification to all so you never miss a single episode.
No, thank you. I'm very grateful that I've come out, just got straight to work, and like gone through that bumpy hill, trials and tribulations, and still here to tell the story. And yeah, man, and just kind of be, I like to say I'm a good role model for the younger generation.
So you've got Wicked and Bad right now, which is what everyone probably knows you for at the moment at the time of this recording. Yeah. But this wasn't your first thing, was it?
No, this wasn't my first thing.
You've had quite a journey.
Yeah, I've had quite a journey.
Chat to me, Bounce.
I've been on a few, obviously, I come from the music, the entertainment background, but more music, as I've got close friends that's in the music world. And I thought the first off, let me get into events management. That's when I was in open prison and I was booking artists and making them go to events like in Brighton, Southampton, Coventry, etc. Yeah. And I was just trying to get a feel of like, how can I get two artists that are good, but then market the event and make sure it sells out. And it's easy said than done, because sometimes you have artists that you think that are, it looks amazing, but there's no high demand for them.
You got to create the market, innit?
You got to create it.
Do you have any experience in that?
No experience. Like from the start, everything that I've done is very organic and just use my own plan and being creative and just showing it to the world and not being afraid to fail. Yeah.
All right. So now we understand what you do and what you've done as well. I think let's start where it all began for you, your upbringing. Let's talk about life before prison and how that all happened. So where did you grow up?
I grew up in South Nord, Fulton Heath, Fulton Heath area. South London.
What was that like?
It was good, man. I went to an all boys school, a boys school called Stanley Tech, is now called Harris Academy. And growing up was good. Obviously, from the area that I'm from, kind of from young, started shoplifting and crime started getting worse and worse, and started being around the wrong crowd of friends and whatnot. But
So I want to know, what was the point like? Obviously, people go to prison for many different things.
Yeah.
So what did you go to prison for exactly? And mainly, what was the build-up? As you say, shoplifting. I'm pretty sure someone wouldn't go for prison for shoplifting, no?
No, it depends, innit?
Depends on what shoplifting is.
Yeah, the shoplifting is and how many offences you've got. But the build-up, I went to prison for robbery, robbing a secure box, cashing one of them Shikuko boxes, and I went to prison for drugs.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it all stems from being in gangs and that whole lifestyle stuff, and wanting nice cars and watches, etc. And then committing crime to fulfill it and live that lifestyle. But yeah.
So the question I got for you is, did you fulfill that lifestyle when you were on the crime path?
Nah, man, didn't fulfill it. It's like you're always looking behind, looking, and it's negative, isn't it? It's negative energy. Yeah. It brings evil eye. Even though success and progression and doing that legit stuff brings evil eye.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's like a bad omen. Selling drugs, you're like, it's killing people.
Probably create enemies along the way as well.
Robbery is low vibration, and it's not really good to be setting an example. Like, it's not good. Do you know what I mean?
So when did you realize it's not actually worth it then?
I think the third time I went to prison, so I spent a total of 9 years, 9 months, 10 years of my life in prison. So I'm not like the usual teenagers where a lot of teenagers, they go on holiday with their friends. From 17 to 28, I was in prison.
Okay, also a long time.
Yeah, a long time. So
is that one sentence, or is that across the whole 3?
So in like the space of like 11 years, I've done 16 months out, but I've done 10 years inside. So all my teens and 20s, like basically I was in prison.
Yeah.
So my experience from growing up is through the prison system, going from this jail to this jail, fighting, learning. So do you know what I mean? So
did the prison life become a norm to you then?
Of course it did. I felt like I was in a cycle.
Did it feel like as mad as it sounds, did it feel like home?
It felt like home. It kind of still feels like home now. I have to, like, I've been out 5 years, but I think I've been out 5 years today.
Yeah.
When I really think about it. So, but it still kind of feels like home because you don't really have responsibility. And once you've been if you wake up in the morning, wake up 6, you can go, you either do a cell workout or then go education, or it's just like a routine, and you have a set routine that you always follow, innit? Yeah. So it's just like a norm. You haven't really got
much responsibilities that you've got to put on your head.
No
it's not like you've got rent to pay for or anything like that. It's
no rent to pay for. You get your 3 meals a day.
Yeah. Did you ever see it like that? Did you ever see it like a positive sort of thing? Like, you know, it's all right. Because you spent 11 years in there.
No, 10 years. But I did see it as a positive thing. I just knew I needed to break the cycle.
Yeah.
And where I'm from, everything is, do you know what I mean? A lot of my friends has been to prison. Everything, like, I've been around a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of things. And I just needed to break the cycle. So when it was like, when I was inside and knowing that my last sentence, my daughter was born, she got sickle cell, and I'm like, right, enough is enough, man. Like, I need to come out and really change my life, and really, I think what the breaking point, like what actually made me change my life was being in open jail and joining the Timpsons.
Is that a DCAT?
DCAT, yeah. So from DCAT, they release you slowly into the community.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Home leaves and all of that.
Home leaves. A lot of people, they work for other people and whatnot. For me, I went down the Timpsons route.
Yeah.
Key cutting, repairing shoes, repairing iPhones, etc., engraving. And I think they gave me a lot of trust from like training me up and then giving me my own shop to manage by myself. I'm in jail for robbing a Shikuko box, but the Shikuko people are coming to me and I'm putting the money in the box and writing it and signing it, and they're coming to take the boxes. It was crazy to me because I'm actually in jail for this, but you've
now got a job with it.
I've got a job with it, and they trust me, and I'm putting money in the safe. So, and do you know what? Every month, getting your paycheck, paying your taxes, it felt good. It feels good. It feels good. Like it's like I'm a man now.
Yeah. But you know, when you had that job and you had gone into prison for that reason, even though you know he had grown and developed in the time that you were in jail, did it ever come across in your point in your head where it was like, you know what, I could easily make a quick lick here sort of thing?
No, never. It was the break. It was like
it was
completely
gone from your head.
It was completely gone from my head, even up until this day now, is because as life has progressed, I'm around billionaires, millionaires. I'm around.
It's
people,
a different stage of life.
It's a different stage of life. So everyone's watches this. Not one. Never. I even think, oh yeah, this. I believe in karma, and I believe what I was doing before, it just brought negativity, bad karma, and it just comes back on you. So I believe that when you do good, or when you have good intentions, or even if you might be without, and you just be patient, it will work.